Maybe it's a nice month. Rain is in room, of course, and now it's starting to even get warmer. It's starting to approach the summer season. In most parts of the world where these broadcasts are heard. Obviously, temperatures start getting very warm, but then a little bit enjoying the nice weather. It's nice to very warm. Everything's been well for you so far. VORW Radio Int'l, Urban Life Entertainment Program, which features a mix of thoughts and commentaries, which usually at the beginning of these programs, and probably is just a touch mixture of listener requested music. VORW Radio International can be heard online on SoundCloud, TuneIn Radio, and on your phone via the TuneIn app. VORW Radio International also transmits on the shortwave frequencies of 9875 kHz in Japan, 11580 kHz in Europe, 9955 kHz in South America, and 9395, 9455, and 7490 kHz in North America. Wherever you may be listening, however you may be, and whenever you may be listening, I wish you good reception conditions. If you have any questions, comments, or technical points for this program, or if you have any music requests, that's a very important thing for this show, you can send me an email at VORWInt'l@gmail.com. VORWInt'l@gmail.com. Well, ladies and gentlemen, I have a few topics for the next question.
If you can paint a picture of what should be a very positive picture. And I was just thinking about that. I was thinking about, just how terrible the working class is treated, just how overworked and underpaid so many people are. Let's just say, we can do better. As I was thinking about that, I finished listening to the broadcast by the Saturday news a little bit. One word just appeared in my mind. That was the word perseverance. And the word perseverance, of course, is defined as steady persistence in a course of action, especially in spite of difficulties, obstacles, or discouragement. I kept thinking about that word. I kept thinking about the situation of humanity on life. And may not just be burst away every person has their own different issues and dilemmas. And it's simply perseverance, Sometimes I think that's a dying word right now. I think it's something that a lot of people might think of every now and then, but for us, one great motivation, I guess, for us, we didn't do anything to help my situation. I didn't go to Catholic now that I'll pay these things. I didn't do anything to me, but thanks for the words, and it didn't help at all. I think a lot of people kind of look at these words in that way. You think, well, it's great, but it doesn't help me enough to help my immediate situation. Sometimes even in my own situation, I'll sometimes think of that. Sometimes, even just because of this YouTube channel that I'm on, I'll become the victim of organized harassment. I'll have people who will go to some very extreme means to just try to hurt my life and all things involved.
To carry on through my own problems. I know it's common knowledge, but maybe it'll help you out in the quality of your station, maybe not. I'm going to wrap things up here just going to get to the music. Since VORW Radio Int'l is more so a music program than a discuss program, music is from Sebastian, and that is actually she writes, the value lecture on the importance of shortwave radio quite compelling. I was wondering if there happens to be one I would recommend to your listeners. I'd like to get one. Of course, all the reasons you mentioned in the broadcast, but also to listen to your show as intended. Well, absolutely, I recognize the texture 2L660 shortwave receiver. It's a head model. I use it myself. And it's a quick job being able to get the whole sorts of stations from around the world, including VORW target area such as Kansas and all sorts of events. I was also hoping you'd be willing to play Death by the alternative rock group Quite Live. Absolutely. Here is your request coming right. VORW Radio International, the voice of the group, station identification in Japanese. No matter how you're listening to this program, be it on one of VORW's shortwave radio frequencies, if you're tuned in on TuneIn Radio, call via the TuneIn Radio app, or if you're on Call, please send me an email to let me know that you are out there listening. For questions, comments, reception reports, and music requests are valuable to this program. Please send me an email at VORWinfo@gmail.com. That's VORWinfo@gmail.com. So that first song that you heard was a request from Sudan in Los Angeles. That was the song Suede Head by Morrison. And that song was actually a single by the artist. As a matter of fact, it charted higher than any of the singles released by his former band, The Smiths, which I'm sure you've all heard of. This tune entered the UK Christmas chart at number 5, peaking at number 6 a week after. Suede Head peaked at number 2 in Ireland, number 8 in New Zealand, and reached the top 50 in Germany, the Netherlands, and Australia. They were very well-known hits from the late 1980s, 1988, to be exact. And that second song that you heard was Robin by the band Tennis. And that was a request from Stefan in Istanbul, Turkey. He wrote, written on SoundCloud, and just wanted to send in a song request to VORW Int'l. Thank you for Lia. L-I-A, that's the name. Thank you very much for your request, John. It's a Japanese song when this broadcast was well. I know this show is very heavy on the rock today, but that's just the luck of the draw. You listeners who dictate what gets played, now listen to play it, no problem at all. So now with a few more listeners, I'd like to name both in the original days, Chuck Wood in South Carolina, listening on 93.95 kHz. Listening on it's my dog. Thank you very much. Great to hear that you were tuned in on 93.95. Hitachi in Sunday, Japan, listening on 98.75 kHz. And Mr. Kohara, a new listener in Osaka, Japan, listened on 98.75 kHz. He also had a comment about the multi-label ID. He mentioned that there's a shortwave station out there called Radio Argentina Exterior, or Radio Argentina Exterior, that has about 6 or 7 multi-label IDs in a huge variety of languages, and suggested that maybe it's the opportunity for that yourself, that I have a few IDs in other languages too. So thank you for your suggestion, Mr. Bernardo. We'll see what the future holds. We also have a letter from Asuko. He is a regular listener in Japan, and is actually one of the individuals that supported one of the station IDs in Japanese. And he also mentioned that my program has become quite popular with Japanese shortwave. Well, ladies and gentlemen, that essentially wraps up this broadcast of VORW Radio International. VORW Radio International is broadcast every Thursday, so the next program will be on Thursday, the 11th of May, 2017. If you listen on shortwave, you can tune in again next Thursday at 8 a.m. Eastern, 1 1 p.m. VST on 9875 kHz if you're in Asia. If you're located in Western Europe, you may tune to 1158 kHz at the time of 4 p.m. Eastern, 9 p.m. VST. If you're in South or Central America, you may listen on 9955 kHz at the time of 6 p.m. Eastern, 11 p.m. VST. And if you are in North America, you may tune in on either 7490, 9395, and 9455 kHz at the time of 8 p.m. Eastern, 1 a.m. VST. I'd also like to thank Mr. Shivendu from the Macaulay Listeners Club in West Bengal, India, Braxton in Texas, Janet in South Carolina, Meg, and Ben, of course Mr. Duck, for all tuning in to the VORW Radio International program. There are also many other emails and music requests which I could not get to in this program, but please be patient as your music requests will be played in due time. Remember, ladies and gentlemen, that if you are interested in sending me an email with your questions, comments, reception reports, or music requests, you may send me an email at vorwinfo@gmail.com. That's vorwinfo@gmail.com. Also remember that VORW Radio International is a listener